Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio February 25, 2025. Whatever you choose to pour your energy into, you'll make considerable progress now. Others support you in your efforts or allow you breathing space to do your thing. Thoughts turn to larger matters, and new worlds open up as you expand your mind. Also today, Mars ends its retrograde period and turns direct, and in the coming weeks, you'll be building your resolve and pushing personal plans and projects forward. Energy and motivation levels increase as plans of action seem more straightforward. You're clearer about what you desire, which simplifies a lot. You regain energy and drive, and the rewards for your efforts are more evident and motivating. This doesn't happen all at once. In fact, the transition period may be tricky, so take things slowly for now. It's not a time to rush decisions or actions. You could be jumping up and down with a whole new burst of energy. Mighty Mars, the red planet of sex, passion, and drive, has returned to life in your zodiac sign, your solar house of identity, after months of havoc. After feeling totally exhausted and like the entire universe has been fighting against you, you'll have a renewed fire to tackle personal or romantic goals. Make a list of how you'd like to see your love life grow and set the plans in motion. You'll also experience unmatched sex appeal, a fiery libido, and magnetism. Now or never. Look toward the future as Mercury in Pisces trines Mars retrograde in your sign. The last few months have stalled you from taking action to advance in your professional journey. Luckily, your plans and goals may finally pick up starting today. You could feel more motivated, mainly because Mars will station direct in your sign later today. Once direct, Mars in Cancer will encourage you to be more daring, courageous, and action-oriented. Your decisiveness can help you finally progress in your professional journey. Give yourself plenty of room today. Your need for independence is high, as is your need to concentrate on yourself. You may worry about what others think of your behavior, but the truth is they have their own behavior to worry about. Take action for your health today. That is how you will get your space, your concentration, and feel like you are making progress. Remember, there is no step too small. Choose to have choice in what you eat. Organic is worth it. Managing stress is vital to keeping healthy and happy. Let the essence of this day help you to find ways to reduce your tension levels and to enjoy yourself for a while. Knowing you, it's probably been some time since you've just left the work standing and went out with some friends for a while. Why not try this today? Laughter can bring so much relief to you, if you can manage it. A few good jokes may get the ball rolling. It is just as the asteroid Juno is settling into her first weekend in your work sector that the moon is spending its final hours here at a friendly aspect to the last of the 3 planets in your career sector it has connected with over the last few days. This is the start of what, over the coming months, is set to become a major coming together of forces across the income, work, and career fronts, and it comes just as the Sun and Mercury are spending their first weekend in your sector of adventure, travel, learning, and discovery. The weekend is the ideal time to get a sense of how you are going to balance a powering up of both sides of life's fence. Just as Mars has come to a standstill ahead of his direct turn in Cancer tomorrow, the moon returns for its nthly visit to your relationship sector. This is something that will see them clash, but not until tomorrow, and just as Mars is coming out of his retrograde phase. Until then, this first visit since Mercury left and ended all planetary activity on the relationship front is a chance to check in and become more emotionally engaged and aware. Our eyes in the sky. After what may have felt like an endless struggle, a time filled with hesitation, emotional exhaustion, and a sense of being stuck in a loop, Mars stations direct in Cancer today, marking the end of its retrograde journey. This shift is like the first rays of sunlight breaking through after a long, stormy night. If you've been feeling drained, uncertain, or caught in cycles of doubt and second-guessing, you might now begin to sense a shift in your energy, a return to a state of clarity and determination. It's as if the fog has lifted, and the path ahead, though still requiring effort, now feels more attainable and less overwhelming. Have you ever woken up one day and suddenly felt a renewed sense of control over your life, as if something just clicked into place? That's the kind of energy today brings: a fresh start, a new rhythm, and a realization that progress is not only possible but already beginning to take shape. It's the moment where you stop looking backward and instead focus on what's next with a sense of purpose. Tasks that once felt tedious or insurmountable may now seem manageable, and your ability to set boundaries and express your needs could feel more natural. If you've been holding back emotions, particularly frustration or unresolved tension, Mars direct encourages you to acknowledge and release them in a healthy, constructive way. It's not about acting impulsively but about giving yourself permission to process these feelings and move forward without carrying unnecessary weight. Have you ever been surprised by how much lighter you feel after simply expressing what's been on your mind? Today offers that kind of relief. It's also important to take a moment to reflect on what you've learned during the retrograde period. Instead of rushing ahead, ask yourself, what patterns have emerged in your relationships, career, or personal growth? What lessons have you encountered that you may not have fully processed yet? Sometimes, our greatest insights come not in the midst of struggle but in the moments just after, when we finally have the perspective to see how far we've come. Now is the time to integrate those lessons and let them shape your next steps. With Mars gaining momentum, you might start viewing the world through a clearer lens. The things that once felt confusing or out of reach could suddenly begin to make sense, and decision-making becomes more intuitive. If you've experienced moments of doubt recently, trust that the clarity you've been seeking is now within reach. Have you ever had a moment where everything seemed to align, and you just knew what you needed to do? That kind of realization is more likely to happen now, especially if you remain open to new insights. This is also a time to share what you've learned with those around you, whether through meaningful conversations, creative expression, or simply being more open about your experiences. The things you've gone through, your challenges, your growth, your discoveries could be exactly what someone else needs to hear right now. Have you ever noticed how sharing your story can inspire or bring clarity to someone else? Your words and experiences hold power, and today is a great day to use them for connection and understanding. As your energy starts to increase, remember that balance is key. When Mars shifts, it can feel like an internal fire reigniting, but that doesn't mean you have to sprint forward without rest. Take care of yourself. Pay attention to your physical and mental well-being. Are there any habits that no longer serve you? This is an ideal moment to make small but impactful changes, adjusting your daily routine, being mindful of your nutrition, or carving out time for self-care. Even simple acts like spending time in nature, moving your body, or drinking more water can significantly improve your overall well-being. Communication also takes on a more powerful role today. You may find it easier to express your thoughts with confidence, and others are more receptive to your ideas. If you've been avoiding a difficult conversation, now is a good time to address it with honesty and clarity. Have you ever had someone unexpectedly seek your advice, and in the process of helping them, you realized just how much you've grown yourself? Today presents opportunities for those kinds of exchanges, where supporting others can also reinforce your own understanding of your journey. Intellectually, you might feel sharper and more engaged, making it a great time for problem-solving, learning, or diving into discussions that challenge and expand your thinking. You may feel a renewed curiosity, a desire to explore new perspectives, or even take the lead in conversations. If you've been contemplating a new project or considering an opportunity, trust that you have the insight and determination to see it through. Leadership, however, isn't just about pushing forward, it's also about listening. Have you ever been in a conversation where a simple shift in perspective changed everything? That kind of breakthrough energy is present today, so be open to collaboration and new ideas.